Yes, sir! What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Eazy, a.k.a. Fresh from the Barbershop, BK the People's Champ, coming to you live with another video, man. Y'all already know what time it is. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the time leading up to NBA free agency and all that good stuff, man. Listen, I am going to try to get more and more videos, just videos in general. I don't know what's gonna hit. I don't know what's on deck. I don't know what's on tap. I just know that I need to do videos, and you can't figure out what's hidden if you're not doing videos. So we're gonna do a lot more NBA videos. We're gonna do a lot more of all the type of videos this year. But the leading story that we are leading with is LeBron James doesn't want elaborate recruiting pitches. More or less what he's saying is, you can bring me in, you can do whatever you want to, you can ask me to come out, you can talk to me, you can contact my agents, you can do all of that good stuff. But the whole elaborate take me around the city, take me out to the ball game, and all that stuff is dead, man. I don't want to do any of that. I just want, hey, bring me in, let me know what you got. Let me, I'm not Kid LeBron anymore. It's not the first time I left Cleveland. This is not my first rodeo. I pretty much have my mind made up. I pretty much know where I'm going, and I know where I want to be. I just, but I will hear you out. And more or less, he's just telling me, I'm too grown for that stuff. And I understand what he's saying, man. He's been around the league. He knows every single thing that's going on. He knows what teams have what. He knows the amenities. He's already been to every city anyway. This was the same thing when he went to Miami, and he already knew when he was going to Miami. When he came back to Cleveland, he knew he was going back to Cleveland. Those were foregone conclusions. Right now, we don't really know where he's going. It's going to be the, I don't know. I would say definitely the Lakers are in play, and he's probably going to stay in Cleveland. So he's probably got it narrowed down to, I'm either staying or I'm going. But if I go, I'm going to go to the Lakers. I really don't even know what it's going to be predicated on. It could be, if Kawhi goes to the Lakers, then he may follow Kawhi to the Lakers. If Kawhi goes to Cleveland, he'll stay in Cleveland and stay with Kawhi. I really don't know. They did have a report the other day that said that Kawhi was, looking at Cleveland or what have you. I really don't think that's going to happen. I really think that Kawhi really wants to go to the Lakers, but you know that the San Antonio Spurs don't want to trade Kawhi to the Lakers because they know that LeBron is going to follow him, or at least Paul George is going to follow him to the Lakers. And then the Lakers have a now formidable team, and they could definitely take on the Spurs. They probably, if they have those two, they definitely take out the Spurs, I believe. And then they may be able to challenge the Warriors and or Houston, but I'm not absolutely sure if they could beat them. If LeBron goes there, then it's all bets are off. Because I believe they could get it done with Kawhi, LeBron, and even if they keep, if they keep Kuzma, who knows? If they keep Brandon Ingram, whatever, one of those two I think they could keep, and then you be able to keep Ball and Lonzo. I mean, that's a pretty decent team. But with LeBron on the team, it just puts it over the top. You got LeBron who can defer to Kawhi. Kawhi can do most of the stuff. LeBron can just take over when he needs to. Kawhi can take over when he needs to. Kawhi's going to defend the best player. No matter what happens, they can really have a formidable squad. But like he says, I pretty much think that this means that he knows where he's going. He doesn't want to hear all the stuff. I mean, if he goes to Philly or something like that, and he visits with them, all I need to hear is the numbers. So just I don't need the labor pains. Just show me the baby. Show me what we're going to be working with, how you plan to get us to the championship. And wherever he goes, he's trying to win. Now, he's not trying to win in a couple of years. LeBron don't have a couple of years. He has a few years left in his career. Although he does have a few years left in his career, he doesn't have a couple of years to wait for a team to get good. And I believe that's what he's thinking in Cleveland. If we don't get somebody right now, I can't wait for us to get good again. I don't know if there's any bad blood between him and Gilbert this time or what have you, but I really feel like if LA can put together the right package and probably land Kawhi Leonard or someone like that, or even Paul George, they're going to land one of those two. Maybe LeBron follows, maybe he doesn't. But the biggest thing is, I just really depends. I really feel like it depends on where Kawhi goes. If Kawhi somehow finds himself in Cleveland, they can make that work. And I know that the San Antonio Spurs would far prefer that to trading him to the Lakers. I think that'll happen. I can't see it happening. Like I said, I really see him going to the Lakers more than anything, and then LeBron probably follows Kawhi to the Lakers. But we really have to wait till the Kawhi Leonard chip falls before we know anything at all. And, you know, you guys let me know down in the comments what you think about that. But I really think that once that first chip falls, or once the Paul George chip falls, you know, then everything else is going to come into place. All right, so next up, the Lakers are all in on Paul George. It looks like the Lakers, look, somebody has leaked the Lakers script as far as going after Paul George. You know, when they bring these players in, they have this whole big cinematic deal that incidentally LeBron didn't want to have. And I guess it's just for this reason. They said that this script here, they wanted to call for less Morgan Freeman and less Denzel Washington and more Jamie Foxx, a bit more edge and an attitude to their voice and a bit less inspirational. More or less, I think what they're saying is the old guys ain't cutting it no more. And as much as we love these old guys and the inspiration that they give us, you know, we need a little something more edgy. You know, a little bit less MC Hammer, a little bit more Lil Uzi Vert, a little bit less who would we say, T.I. or something like that. A little bit more Migos. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So more or less, it looks like they are really going after Paul George in this pitch. Y'all want to hear this pitch? Let's hear this pitch, man. And then y'all let me know if you think this is going to be enough to get your boy back.
Dreaming too. While you dreamt, we built for your arrival. And while we dreamt, you built too, becoming one of the world's greatest. Life's most powerful dreams are the ones we realize ourselves, the ones that turn us into legends. That kid from Palmdale always knew it. Now the world will too.
All right, so of course we have to cut it short because I don't want to get a copyright. But still, the world's greatest. Well, I mean, he is one of the world's greatest, I guess. I mean, he's one of the best basketball players in the world. If you're in the NBA, you are one of the best basketball players in the world. But at the end of it all, what I'm really looking at is, I believe he wants to go there anyway. And I don't think that they'll have a whole lot of trouble getting him as long as they can make the money work. If, like I said, if Kawhi will be one of the key dominoes, Paul George is definitely one of the key dominoes. I think Kawhi is the first domino in the whole deal. If Kawhi goes to LA, then everybody else, it'll be kind of like when KG accepted, well, when they wanted to trade KG to Boston, and KG said, I'm not going to Boston, it's not happening, whatever. And then they traded Ray Allen. Seattle traded Ray Allen to Boston. I said at that point in time, I was like, this is going to open the door. I think I wrote an article on Fox Sports News, you know, whatever. You know, you can do the blogs and all of that good stuff. I wrote a little excerpt and said, don't you understand that this will open the door for other people to want to come? And right now, I bet you anything that KG is about to change his mind and let them trade him to Boston. Sure enough, that happened. And so even though Paul George is not to be traded, he's a free agent. If Kawhi goes there, this is going to make his decision a whole lot easier. And so, you know, the big three is so cliche, but I just don't see a way that if they can afford all three of them, that if Kawhi goes there, then you don't even have to, if Kawhi goes there, you don't even have to tell Paul George anything. You don't need this pitch. You don't need the epic music. You don't need anything. All you need is for Kawhi to show up, and then right after that, you're going to have LeBron showing up, and then Paul George is a lock. If he still wants to go there, if they still want him at that point. I don't know how all three of those guys will play together at the same time. I guess you could put all three of them on the floor at the same time. You just really have LeBron at the point, but you'll be almost like the Boston positionless offense/defense or whatever. You know, they can play like that, but I don't know who's going to play the center. I mean, they've already said that. Cleveland already has said that they're going to make Larry Nance Jr. be a centerpiece, so you know they ain't getting them back. Even next year they ain't getting them back. So we'll have to see, man. Like I said, the biggest thing. This is my favorite player in the league, Kawhi Leonard. He didn't play a whole lot this year, so wherever he goes, you know, I'm gonna be rooting for that team. And we'll just have to see. My second favorite player is Draymond. Obviously, if you see me play 2K, you know my guys after Kawhi. But it is what it is. We will see if Kawhi goes there. Then you don't need this pitch at all. And like my man said, they could have just added, hey, we might get Kawhi and LeBron too. But hey, we'll see what happens with that. And for my last story today, man, hey, it's a made-up story. I want to personally apologize to Trey Young. But first, a bit of advice from T.I.
King, so let me ask you, Trey Young. Y'all got Trey Young.
Yeah, for the house, yeah, man.
So,
I think he's gonna be dope.
And you already knew that's what was gonna happen. You knew that's exactly the advice. Anybody that even read this article said T.I. has advice for Trae Young, I already knew what it was. Stay out of Magic City. But anyway, Trae Young is a player who is a bit of an enigma to me. I think he's a good player. I think he's going to be a very good player on the NBA level. But a lot of people, including Skip Bayless, don't think so. Let's see what Skip has to say about Trae Young.
And he's a set shooter. He's not a leaper at all. He can't finish. He had a hard time in the Big 12 finishing at the rim, so he's not Iverson. He can't finish above the trees with strength and raw leaping power. There's nothing explosive about his game, and he won't defend anybody. So, again, will that sell tickets in Atlanta? I don't know.
Wow, Skip. Well, Skip being the hater that he is, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to put in Trae Young highlights. We're just going to go with the Trae Young highlights. And we're going to allow these Trae Young highlights to play in the background, you know, while we let's go with this one right here, while we talk about this whole deal. We're going to mute the video, and we're just going to let them play in the background. To me, I believe Trae Young is going to be a very good player. I really don't care about how strong he is. I really don't care about I care about his athleticism. He looked like he was pretty athletic to me. I saw him finishing around the rim. I saw him being able to hit shots. I saw him being able to pull up and hit shots. Like that right there, to me, that's a pull-up. That's not a pull-up shot. It's a catch-and-shoot shot. If you can do that in the NBA, that's all you really need to be able to do in my eyes, because that's what Steph does. Steph catches and shoots. A lot of you don't see Steph does dribble down the court, and he does let it go, but most of it is either catching and shoot or pull up and shoot. But if you can do this right here, you can play a long time in the NBA. If you can play off the ball, if you're a guard that can play on and off the ball. And he says he's not strong. Look, I mean, that's a pull-up shot, right? Then he gave him a little stiff arm forearm, and he got it. I don't understand what Skip is talking about. The young man is a good player. I feel like he's going to be a really good player for a long time in the league. The only problem is you play in Atlanta, young man, and I feel bad for you. And that's a pull-up shot right there, right? I mean, that's exactly what Steph does. I don't know. I've seen some videos where he finishes around the tree. That's a pull-up shot. That's a quick pull-up. I don't know what Skip is talking about. Skip just behaved. But the thing about Trae Young that I will say is that, I mean, that's a pull-up shot too. Bang. The thing about Trae Young that I will say is this. At the end of the season, he did waver a little bit. He was not this guy. This guy right here that you're seeing right now, he wasn't this guy at the end of the season. And with that being the case, I feel like he's going to struggle some, especially in Atlanta, because what they did to Trae Young at the end of last season, or the second half of last season, the last third of the season, was they triple teamed him. They played the V defense. When I'm talking about V, I'm talking about like this. You got one guy, that was a step back, so that was good. I mean, that's a pull up in somebody's face, whatever. It's one guy stand here, one guy stand here. Or they played the T defense, where you got two up top, one behind him. I just feel like that's what's going to happen to him when he gets to the Hawks, because he really doesn't. That's a pull up shot right there, obviously. And that was pretty quick. That was Steph Curry-esque. Look at the flotation device. Bang! I don't know what Skip is talking about. I'm not hating on Skip. I'm just saying, and I know these are highlights, and anybody can look good in their highlights. I'm pretty sure I got a highlight tape somewhere where I look good, but not this good. But the thing is, I feel like that the way that they doubled and tripled him in the last, I mean, at Oklahoma, the same thing is gonna happen to him in the Hawks. And you would think that that's not really gonna happen to him in the NBA, because you got people that can actually score. But the Hawks are terrible. That's why I said mother F the Hawks last year, because it was just a situation where they weren't good. They're not trying to get better. We already know that Dennis Schroeder is already out the door, or what have you. So they've been looking to get rid of him for a little bit. He's going to be gone. Trae Young is going to get the keys to the franchise. The problem is, if they allow him, if he has players that can actually convert on the offensive end, he can have a very good season. If he has players that are going to protect him out, I guess is what we say. If you got somebody that can do that right there, you'll be good. And we do it. And they did draft another kid that can shoot the basketball. And his name escapes me right now. I really don't care. The only thing I'm thinking about is this young man right here. Will they let him get triple team? Will he be able to do really anything at all? I don't know. That's the only thing. This is almost an apology to Trae Young, because the Hawks, under Tony Wrestler, they are committed to winning, But this plan is just taking so long, and me being a lifelong Hawks fan, it's just like, dog, I don't know what we can expect going forward from the Hawks. So as it stands right now, you got Taurean Prince, you got the guy we just drafted out. Like I said, his name escapes me, but and he just finished at the rim, so you know, like I said, I don't know what Skip is talking about. But I'm sure Skip was watching more of Trae Young than just these highlights, though. But as the Hawks, as presently constructed, unless we make some big changes in free agency or some big pickups in free agency, we got $30 million under the cap. You're gonna get rid of Schroeder's contract, so that's gonna give you some more cap space, or you'll be able to get someone else. But the thing of it is, when we get down to brass tacks, will they be able to just play a defense against the Hawks where they sit there and they just, you know, play? Oh, he just finished inside again. Where they just sit there and they just play Trae Young, and that's pretty much it. Or will they be able to play something where, you know, where he can kick it out, pass, and do what he really wants to do? Use his ability to dribble the ball and shoot the ball to set up his passes. I don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, he's finishing in traffic. He's doing all this. And again, like I said, these are highlights. So, I mean, he just finished at the rim with this guy right here. Again, these are highlights. I don't know if this is who he is. Like, everybody can look good at highlights, and we know this. But, and I'm rambling on, but it's just the fact that, like, Skip be hating so much, man. It's just like you have to try to do stuff to prove Skip wrong. Anyway, man, I don't know. That's my apology to Trae Young. I'm sorry. I don't know if they're going to have the people to put around you to allow you to be great, sir. I don't know if we're going to have the people to put around you to where you can just be yourself and be outstanding. I don't know if Atlanta's going to give you the tools to do that. But I do know one thing. You got to stay out of Magic City, dog. If you go down, I mean, it's a great place. I've been there many times. But it ain't no good for athletes. Stay out of Magic City. Hone your craft. Get your players on your squad. Get those guys ready. Hope that they get somebody in free agency. And let's have a great season. I am going to start out being a Trae Young fan this year. I'm going to get me a Trae Young jersey. I'm going to do all this stuff. And we're going to see what happens. But anyway, man, that's all we got time for today. The videos will get better as we go along. I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. You guys need to get ready for a grind like that you've never seen out of my channel before. And we'll just go from there, man. Let me know what you guys think Trae Young is going to be. Is he going to be a good player? Are the things that Skip's saying correct? Are the things that I'm saying correct? Do we think that he's going to be very average in the league? Or do we think he's going to be very average because he's very average? Or do we think he's going to be very average because they're not going to allow him to be great because we already know that the Hawks are... We don't know if they're committed to winning or not. We don't know where the Hawks stand right now. We got a rookie head coach. We don't have the best players on the team, and the only two players I can name are John Collins, Taurean Prince, Dennis Schroeder's gone, and Trae Young. That's all I can do. And Dedman, or whatever the center's name is, man. I'm already exasperated. Look, I want to be in a good mood today. I'm getting up out of here because I don't want to depress myself by talking about these Hawks. Trae Young, welcome to Atlanta. I wish you the best, young man, but I just don't know if they're putting you in a spot where you can be the most successful. And that's it, folks. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. But I'm out of here. Till next time. It's your boy Jay Eazy, a.k.a. Fresh from the Barbershop, BK the People's Champ. Holla! 360 out this mug.